The Amex lineup of Green, Gold, and Platinum offers some impressive perks to help offset their hefty annual fees. But what do you actually get with these cards, and then who are they best suited for? I'm Bradford with the Penny Pinter's Guide to Personal Finance. Let's start out by breaking down on perks for each card, and then talk about which strategy each card fits best. Now, this isn't going to be an in-depth dive to each of the cards, because I've already done reviews for each individual card, which I'm going to link to in the description down below. Now, starting out with the Green card, which is the entry-level travel card for American Express, this card comes with a $150 annual fee. And like any Amex card that earns points, you're going to be earning them in the form of membership rewards points, which are noted for their high value when you take advantage of the Amex transfer partners, which is going to get you multiple cents per point in terms of valuation. Now, while the Green card is a great all-around travel card because it's going to help you earn those points faster, it is somewhat lacking in the statement credit category. But for where it does well, it does give you 3 categories where you're going to earn a 3x multiplier, so 3 points per dollar spent. And those categories are going to be on dining, on transit, and on travel. With the dining section, this is going to include restaurants worldwide, with the additional benefit of food delivery services inside the United States. Now, when you look at the bonus category for transit, this is going to be almost anything that is going to help you get from A to B. This is going to be trains, buses, subways, ferries, taxis, rideshare services, tolls, as well as parking fees. Now, when you look on the travel category for the 3x multiplier, this is going to include airfare, it's going to include cruises, any tours that you book, using third-party travel services like Expedia or Travelocity, as well as any bookings that are done through the Amex travel portal itself. And then for any other spending, it's going to be 1 point per dollar spent. Now, let's take a look at the statement credits for the Green card, which is honestly where this one falls short. You're going to have 2 credits available to you. The first one is going to be a $100 clear credit, which is going to go just a little bit over halfway towards compensating you for that $189 annual fee to make use of clear to help you get through security faster. And then the second one is going to be a $100 credit towards Lounge Buddy, which can help you get into lounges at a variety of airports across the globe. Now, looking at their average price, it's going to get you approximately 2.5 entries per calendar year. And the biggest downside is that Lounge Buddy is not available everywhere, so this can make this a difficult credit to actually make use of. Next is going to be the Amex Gold card with a $250 annual fee. Now, similar to the Gold card, you're going to get the most of the use out of this one by taking advantage of its bonus spend categories, not necessarily the statement credits that come with it. Now, the Gold card is specifically food-centric, which we're going to see in a second. So talking about those bonus spend categories, the first one is going to be 4 times points back per dollar spent on restaurants worldwide with any sort of caps or limitations. The next one is going to be 4 times points back per dollar spent on US supermarkets up to $25 in spend per calendar year. The next is going to be 3 times points back on any travel that is booked directly through an airline or any travel that is booked through the Amex travel portal itself. And then again, 1 times point for every dollar spent in any other category that is not part of those 3. And then the food-centric nature of this card also comes into play when we look at the statement credits available to you. The first one is going to be $120 per year, split into $10 monthly credits, and that's going to be in the form of Uber Cash. Now, you can use this Uber Cash towards just a regular Uber fare to get from A to B, or you can use it towards Uber Eats. The second statement credit coming in again at $120 a year, split into 12 $10 monthly statement credits, is going to be a credit that you can use towards food purchases at places like Grubhub, the Cheesecake Factory, Goldbelly, Milk Bar, Wine.com, and then some Shake Shack locations. And then now for the highest tier card that Amex offers, aside from the Centurion card, which is in a league of its own, the American Express Platinum card comes in with a staggering $695 annual fee. Now, the primary advantage of this card is not going to be its ability to help you rack up points faster. It's going to be in the potentially thousands of dollars of statement credits and benefits that you get just for owning it. Starting with those bonus point categories, which are quite powerful but very narrow, you're going to earn 5 times points back on any purchases directly through an airline or on purchases on airlines that are booked through the Amex travel portal. And then you also have the ability to earn 5 times points back on prepaid hotels, but only those that are booked through the Amex travel portal itself. And then for all other purchases, again, it's just going to be that 1 point per dollar spent. Now, while those bonus categories mean that the Platinum card's most likely only going to be used for airfare, it's really the statement credits which makes this card shine. The first is going to be a $240 a year digital entertainment credit, broken up into $20 monthly statements that are all use or lose. And this can be used on things like Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, Hulu, Peacock, Audible, SiriusXM, and the New York Times. Next is going to be a $200 a year credit towards hotels that are booked either a minimum 2-night stay on the hotel collection or a single night stay on the Fine Hotels and Resorts collection, both of which are available to you as a Platinum card holder. Then you also have a $200 airline fee credit, which is going to be used towards the airline of your choice that you pick at the beginning of the year. And this can be used towards cover things like seat selection fees, checked baggage, as well as food and drink up in the air. A $165 a year Walmart Plus subscription, which is going to be given out to you based on the monthly subscription fee with Walmart Plus, as well as any taxes or fees that are tacked on top of it. Then $200 a year in Uber Cash, which is going to be doled out in $15 a month increments with the exception of December where you're going to get $35. And then just like the gold card, you can use this either towards just a regular rideshare going somewhere or using Uber Eats. A $300 a year Equinox credit divided up into $25 a month statement credits that can be used either towards in-person membership or using their online subscription model. A $100 Saks Fifth credit, which is divided up into two $50 credits, one for each half of the year. A $189 clear membership credit, which is going to cover the full cost of membership for you for a single calendar year. TSA PreCheck or Global Entry credit, which is going to give you access to either 4 or 5 years, depending on which subscription you choose. Priority Pass Select enrollment, as well as access to Centurion lounges throughout the world. Now, I value this one on basically $15 to $20 per person per visit when I compare what I get in terms of food and drink in those lounges compared to what I would be spending if I was just sitting in the regular terminal. You're going to get gold status with both Hilton and Marriott. On the Hilton side of the aisle, this is going to help you earn points faster, as well as getting breakfast credits basically wherever you go where food is not already complimentary, and then you have the potential to be upgraded. On the Marriott side, it's going to help you again earn those points faster and then give you the potential to be upgraded basically at the hotel's discretion. One of my personal favorites is going to be the cell phone protection that's offered up to you. It's basically cell phone insurance so you can ditch the Apple Care. You get up to $800 in coverage with just a $50 deductible if your phone is broken, lost, or stolen, with just the caveat that you had to pay the last 2 billing cycles to your cell phone provider with your Platinum card. And then there are several other benefits related to travel, such as car rental insurance. You get travel insurance both in the form of delay protection, lost baggage, and as well as trip cancellation. Quite a few other benefits that are directly surrounding travel, but I don't really have a dollar value that I place on them when I compare how much are these benefits doing to offset my annual fee. Now, with all the benefits considered for the green, gold, and platinum cards, who should consider them? Now, the green card is a great all-around travel card, and I think can actually stand on its own if you're looking to just kind of get into the travel points game, as well as if you're not traveling a ton. Now, the big benefits for this one is going to be the 3 times points on basically all the sorts of traveling that you can do, whether it's around town, you're going international, and once you get there, helping you get from A to B. So if you're traveling only a couple times a year, it probably makes a lot more sense to get the green card as opposed to the gold card, which is an extra $100, has the same multiplier when it comes to travel and isn't as wide and is mainly dining focused. Or especially, it doesn't really make as much sense to get the platinum card where you're spending an extra over $500 a year on the annual fee and for all those extra bells and whistles that you might not necessarily use. Now for the gold card, I don't think this is a standalone card that you get just by itself. You really use it to help complement or supplement another credit card setup that you already have. Now, because it is so dining centric focused, and if you spend a lot of money on food, whether it's on groceries or eating at restaurants, this can really help you rack up those membership rewards points a lot faster. And then the statement credits it gives you, again, can go back towards the dining focus of this card. So I think it's a really great card to have in addition to the platinum card. Since the platinum card is kind of low on the terms of actually points multipliers, this one can help you rack up those MR points a lot faster. But you do have to be willing to actually transfer those MR points to other partners to be able to take advantage of them. And if you don't want to have to deal with that sort of hassle, you'd probably be better off using a cash-based setup with a couple no annual fee credit cards like the Citi Custom Cash Card for 5% back on your top spend category, and as well as the Amex Everyday Cash Card, which is going to help you give you a higher percent back on both dining and gas. Now for the platinum card, I think this one is going to be the easiest to justify its annual fee based on the hundreds, if not thousands of dollars that you get based on person to person in terms of those statement credits. Now, even if you're not traveling a ton, I think this card can still make sense based on the credits that you're getting, like the digital entertainment credit, the cell phone protection, and other things, but you're probably not going to get that full recoupment of the annual fee unless you are traveling a fair amount. In particular for me, one of the biggest values that I get from the platinum card is going to be from that lounge access and being able to just rest somewhere that's not part of the main terminal, being able to get access to some better food and drinks that I would have had to pay basically through the nose through otherwise in other parts of the airport where they're able to charge you arm and a leg because they do have your monopolized attention. So if you are traveling multiple times a year, whether it's for business or for pleasure, taking advantage of the Platinum card, in particular with the trip protection that comes along with it, with the underwriter that Amex is partnered with, this can be a great card to not only make your trips go a lot smoother, but especially be able to multiply those points when you're spending a lot of money on airfare in particular. But while the green, gold, and platinum are great, those are not the only cards that Amex offers. And we have a whole playlist of reviews of the different cards that American Express has, so you can help decide whether they're a good fit for you. Thanks for watching, and please remember, from your first penny to your first million, we're here to help.